Easy hiking here. Here's a perfect car to catch a lift with here. Let's have a look. Maybe she'll stop. Oh, lucky am I. Looks like a Mercedes-Benz 200 as well. Why did she stop? The young lady said I could actually drive the car. So here we go. It's a 200. It's a manual. Looks like a 1984. Looks to be in very, very good condition. Let's go. Done about 325,000 Ks. It feels just as a Mercedes should. Young lady, do we have enough fuel here?
Yes.
That's good. Otherwise, they're very easy to push as well. You know, I once had one of these cars about 20 years or so ago. Exactly the same as this, a 123 200 manual. And I used it in a different business to travel around the country to see my clients. And I must have done about 70,000 Ks in it over a couple of years. And the only hassle I ever had, I left Durban the one time, and I left early in the morning and I drove through, seeing clients on the way, and I got to Butterworth, or just outside Butterworth, and I always liked driving with my lights on. And I got just outside Butterworth, I was going up a hill and I had to brake. And as I braked, the car cut out and wouldn't start again. And it turned out the brushes in the alternator had gone. And I sat there, it must have been about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And eventually a taxi stopped and towed me into Butterworth and got me to his auto electrician who put in new brushes and had sorted the car out, and I went on my journey again. And that is honestly the only problem I had in that car in all that time driving around. And this just reminds me of it. It's a beautiful car. The 200 has always been my favorite of the petrol 123s because of its simplicity and because of its torque characteristics as well. It's very different to the 230e. You don't need to rev it, you've got enough power. Here I'm busy chugging along at 80 and 2,500 revs, and if I accelerate it goes. You know, there's enough power to overtake you. It's not frantic, you don't have to change down and drive that sort of way. And that's really what I like about them. And they certainly don't slow down up the hills. And yeah, they're just great cars all around. Very comfortable, very refined. I remember growing up in Namibia, my stepdad had one of these. He bought it new in 1983. Also exactly the same color. Also 200. And that one obviously had aircon as well, being in Namibia. And I remember how much he used to say, because back then smoking was fine. He used to smoke in the car and we just kept sitting in the back, but the aircon just sort of sorted it out, you know, and vents and everything else. This really runs nicely. But you know what, I forgot my stuff at home, so do you mind me turning around and going back and let me do that quickly. Look at that, eh? Everything works really nicely here. How long have you had this car? Have you had it for a while and you're dealing with it, or
Yeah.
is it a car that you bought?
I bought it probably almost a month ago. Done a few repairs on it. Did the body, the dashboard,
Okay, yeah, I see the dashboard's
tires.
nice.
Yeah.
The dashboard's been done. Okay, so now pulling away. Let me cane it a bit here. Really pulls nicely actually. You can merge with traffic out on the open road here. Get it up to 100. Just over 3,500 revs. Yeah, it seems to run nicely. Well, that's faster than the speed limit here, so let me just slow that down a bit. You also drive, do you have other 123s?
I have a 240D.
Okay, and how long have you owned that?
6 years now.
And?
Very good. very good, very nice to drive, very reliable.
Yeah, so 120, it's just over 3,500 revs. Looks like a 120. It's just over 3,500 revs. And I remember I much used to smoke in the car. We Well, you know what we must do? The next time we drive past her, just hoot, and then I'll hitchhike again.
Yeah.
And then we can do a road test on that 240 Neo wheels.
Yeah.
I've got a 200D, and I think we should do that as well. And also 300D, and yeah, it's all Mercs, some brilliant cars.
And a 230.
And a 230, lest we forget. And a C180, a W202.
And a 115.
And a 115, yeah, 234. So there's a few cars we should do tests on.
Yeah.
For sure. But let me find a good place to pull over and let's take a walk around the outside. And just show you what it looks like outside. But really, a 123 is a beautiful car. They're reliable, strong cars, simple to work on. And as I said in the beginning, a 123 200 specifically is the pick of the bunch for me, simply because it's simple. You know, there's no electronic, there's no fuel injection, there's nothing like that. It's a carburetor, mechanical fuel pump. There's very little to go wrong, and very little does go wrong, and they're simple to fix. And really good for everyday use, these cars. Lovely, lovely cars. Well, I'll find a place to pull over and then we can carry on with the video. Next to the side of the road, I just wanted to have a look at the outside of this car before she carries on her journey here. And what a nice car. And I always said to my wife, you know, I'm so lucky because my dream car, my favorite car is a w123 Mercedes. Not a Ferrari or Porsche or anything like that, and it's always within my reach. And it's, you know, it's the sort of car, it's probably the only car from the 80s that you can buy, that there's still plenty of them around, that parts are freely available. I mean, in my own business I sell spares for them. Parts are freely available, and they can really keep up with modern day traffic, and they feel as refined as most modern cars do. So really, really nice cars. And let's take a quick walk around this one. I mean, look at the bodywork in this. What is it, a 45-year-old car?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Okay, 40-year-old car.
1983.
41-year-old car.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, look at it. And what a classic look. And usable. I mean, it's the sort of car you can get in today's traffic and just get in and drive and use as your only car. And man, what a brilliant car, the W123 Mercedes. And keep an eye on the channel for other videos. We're going to do ones on a 230, 123 230, a 123 200D, a 123 300D, a W202 C180, and a W115 234. Okay, well, that was very lucky. Not only did I get to drive a W123 200, but I ended up exactly where it was. Best to get another lift.